Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, good morning. Happy Monday, Utah. Let's get you ready for a new week when it comes to the weather. Same story for us, though, for the most part. We're talking about the warmth out there. It's mild to kick off the day. 73 degrees in Salt Lake City. We've got 51 in Logan, 51 in Heber. How about 58 in Price? 60 degrees for our friends in Blanding. Good morning to you. We've got temperatures around 57 in Cedar City, but 70s still showing up from St. George over towards Lake Powell. This afternoon is going to be a warm one. We're talking about high temperatures likely climbing into the low to mid 90s across most of northern Utah and the valley areas. In the mountains, it'll likely hold in the 80s, but still another fairly warm day expected. We'll be in the mid 90s as you get over towards Vernal and Price as well. How about 102 expected for Moab, 96 in Delta, and about 104 as we get towards St. George this afternoon. So as we zoom into some of your hometowns, it's going to be a warm one, like I mentioned, all across the region today. 88 degrees in Park Valley, 95 in Brigham City, 95 in Dugway. We're looking at temperatures around 93 in Heber. Temperatures climbing to about 100, 101 or so in Castledale. We're looking at about 91 in Emory this afternoon. Friends in Gunnison, how about 94 degrees for you today as we go throughout this afternoon? And we'll call it about 94, 95 from Fillmore over towards Richfield. 88 in Torrey, about 101 in Hanksville, 92 degrees, as I mentioned, in Blanding, but 96 in Kanab, and there you see that 104 expected in St. George. So the upper level futurecast paints the story with that southerly flow. It's going to be hot out there, but hey, it's late July. So we do typically average our hottest temperatures here during this time of the year. So it makes sense for it to be hot. But the good news for us is there's a big heat ridge. We're just on the edge of that heat ridge here. So we have what we would call our normal heat here in the Beehive State right now. Meanwhile, our friends in the middle and eastern half of the country are baking underneath this big heat ridge. That's where they have some of the big time heat and a lot of heat alerts. For us, we're watching that critical fire danger as we go throughout this afternoon, especially for areas here along and south of I-70 from Richfield over towards Loa, Escalante, Beaver, over towards Cedar City. We're talking about those gusty southwest winds combining with that very low humidity, so you know what that means. Any sparks that get going can spread quickly, so use extreme caution. As far as rain chances go, it's going to stay off to our east over in the Front Range. As you head all the way up towards Idaho, we could have some showers, but it looks like a lot of sunshine here in Utah. Now, as we go into the next couple of days, we may see some high-base mountain showers in the Uintas try to pop up. Even with those, I don't think we'll see a lot of rain with that. I think it would be more gusty winds with some microburst winds coming out of those showers if they did develop. But this low pressure system is going to try to get a little closer by the middle of the week, and that's going to combine with this high pressure to try to bring in a little moisture. Now, you see it indicated in the form of some cloud cover here. As we look at our moisture tracker to track the upper level moisture, you can see right now we got a whole lot of dry air in place across the area. But by the time we get towards your Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to try to sneak some of that upper level moisture in the eastern portions of the state. So there's a chance that we could see a couple of isolated showers out there, but it's just not a high chance. And then notice by the time we get towards the weekend again, we start to dry things back out. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Again, models paint, especially for east and southern Utah, a few isolated shower chances, but not a lot of precipitation. And the overall theme is still going to be drier than average conditions here across the state, with a weather pattern staying mainly off to our north. But we'll keep an eye on that for you. Again, a slim chance of some moisture by the latter half of the week, but it's not a high chance. So St. George, 104, windy sunshine for us today, 105 as we get into the middle of the week. And then notice a couple of those isolated shower chances by late this week heading into the weekend. But again, it's just not a high chance. I wished I had some better news for you on that. The Wasatch Front, mid-90s, breezy sunshine gives way to upper 90s by the middle and latter half of the week.